All right. All right, you guys, what's going on? Welcome to our humble abode. I think that's what they say. This is the AuraPharm. We've been trying to build this for a while now. We've been trying to do a couple of takes. We had some audio technical difficulties. We had some video technical difficulties. But we are back. We're excited. We really wanted to build a little home for us where we can come and hang out. You know, I think that, you know, as artists, we either only see each other at shows or when we're out and about, and we don't really get to talk or hang out too much. And, you know, we're all also growing and we're building families and doing things. So it's a lot harder to spend time with each other. So Vega and I and Angel decided to create this beautiful podcast so that way we can come on here, shoot this shit with you guys, and also AuraPharm a little bit, you know, let's get to know each other. Let's see what we're all about, where your story comes from, and, you know, hopefully get your music heard to more listeners. I think this is a good time for us to be able to add in more value, and hopefully this is our way to contribute to the community. And all we want to do is just get to know each other, get to know you guys, and maybe get to see what else is going on in the world that we live in, especially in these, you know, crazy times. I think it's important to, you know, kind of have conversations with your people, have fun, you know, and, you know, just enjoy yourselves. But I'm right here with my friend Vega. If you guys don't know him, he's a hardstyle artist and producer. He's been doing things for quite a long time. And, you know, nobody else to do this podcast with, I think, you know?
Yeah. So my name is Jacob. Yeah, I go by Vega. It is also my last name. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see where this goes. Hopefully we can grow with the rave scene, as the rave scene is growing in Fresno a lot. I mean everywhere, but like in Fresno it's really popping lately. So yeah.
Speaking of which, so because I know we've done a couple pods and I forgot to ask this, but before we get into anything else and all the other fun shit, like, what is your story, bro? Like, what got you into this? What is, you know, your North Star in the EDM world? And, you know, what is Vega about?
DJ Hero.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm a Guitar Hero fiend. Everyone knows me. I'm a Guitar Hero fiend. So then my parents got me DJ Hero for Christmas. I had no idea what any of that music was. Then it was, I heard Daft Punk. It was a Daft Punk mashup with Queen. And then I fell in love with that. And then the next one was Eric Prydz piano. Oh man, Eric Prydz. Yeah, so those were the first two I started with. So then I got hooked after that.
What year was that?
2009.
2009.
Yeah. Damn. And then so I went to my first rave 2011 for Porter Robinson at the Crest. So then ever since then I've just been hooked.
Damn, so you started a little bit before me, because I think I got introduced officially in 2012, and I went to my first EDC rave festival ever, 2012. Yeah.
So you started with EDC?
I started with EDC.
Okay, so that brings up an interesting topic, because I just saw a post about this. Like, do you think it is good or bad to start with a festival for your first, like something like EDC? Because then, you know, it's kind of like,
you know,
start at the peak.
I think I can speak on this. I've heard this a lot too. And I think for a long time, I did believe that, like, yeah, it does affect you in a big way. But now that I've been in for a while, I don't really think so. I feel like if you really understand, like, the crux of, like, the scene, like, it didn't really start in festivals. It started in Renegades. It started out in the boonies, you know, and it wasn't all this big production stuff. So if you can enjoy the big production stuff, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to enjoy the smaller stuff, because that's where it kind of started from. And I understand the lights and everything. It gives it that extra boom for, like, the mainstream and, you know, the casual. But I think when you do come into this culture, and if you are about it, I don't think it really matters. You know, I think if it's the vibes, or if it's a specific artist that you really like and what they're doing, you're going to go wherever that, you know, you go. Because even now, I'll still go to, like, these Renegades where there's like 10, 15 people there. You know, I'll even play for some, because it's just so ingrained in our culture. And I think a lot of the times you find some of the best artists or people out there as well that you would probably not find at mainstream, you know, places. So although there is a little bit of a disconnect, I would say that it actually doesn't temper it as much, you know, if you're about it. Unless you're caught up in just the mainstream stuff, then maybe I think you'll probably not want to go out to, you know, find the venue for like an hour, getting directions, coordinates, and all that, you know, fun stuff that they used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
But what do you think about it though?
I don't know. I think so. My first one was like kind of I don't know. I guess it would just depend on the person. Because for me, like the anticipation, like, you know, after I went to my first EDC, it was 2016. So then by then I was just like totally, I don't know. I was so hyped. I was so ready. So it was all that build up. So, I mean, it was worth it. So I don't know. I guess it really just depends on the person. But I mean, I do still love like an underground. I mean, it's weird because I remember one time I went to this huge festival. I don't remember which one it was. It was like one of the BassCon ones. And then I came back and then I went to like a really small like underground here, and I was just like, I don't know, it doesn't hit the same. But then I started to, like, I think as I got older, then I learned to appreciate what makes those better than like the bigger ones. And then like there's just like trade-offs, you know?
Yeah, I can understand when you do go to smaller shows, you don't get that extra feeling because you're chasing that high of like the festival stuff, and you do get a high, I think, and you're kind of chasing that feeling for that
like,
next big fest. Yeah, and it does sometimes get a little bit sad when you do go to some of these, you know, lower shows. So, man, I guess maybe I was wrong about that.
But then like there's those nights where you're like, you're on a bender and you're at a warehouse till like 6 a.m. and it's just you and your friends. You don't have to worry about like, I don't know, in a way, like you're not worrying about like security breathing down your neck or anything. Everyone's just chill doing their own thing. You got the music playing.
You know, and I think maybe that's probably what helped me have a little bit of a different, you know, outlook, because even though I did start with EDC, when I came back down like home, it's not like what was going on right now where you have shows going on every other weekend or even once a month. You know, there was nothing really going on. So I remember, as a matter of fact, shout out to Mattography, that everybody knows, one of the best, if not the best photographer in town,
and a great DJ.
But I met him shortly after EDC at one of these Renegades. He was actually DJing. If you guys didn't know, Mattography used to DJ. He was DJing at the time. I showed up to the party, and I remember it was at a house out in like, you know, where they have like farms and AuraPharming and, you know, shit like that. But yeah, I remember pulling up. It was like a dirt driveway, and he's just mixing, you know, and it was like my first actual Renegade, I would say, you know, and it wasn't even crazy big, because when I grew up hearing about these things, obviously I lived in LA, so it was like the actual big Renegades. You take coordinates, like I was saying earlier, and you do this whole hoopla to get to the spot. But this one was in a house, you know, but we're in Fresno. There's not many places you can go. But anyways, I went there and it was pretty dope. It was exactly like the vibes where it's like everybody just normal. There's no security guards. Nobody's watching, you know, over you, kind of like bugging you. And everybody was also either about the music or about just the environment where we're at, where everybody's just talking to each other, getting to know, you know, strangers, different people. And it was the first time that I experienced that outside, because most of the time I grew up in a place where you're cooped up. Like, you don't want to talk to strangers. You don't want to befriend anybody, you know, like you hate everybody growing up in the hood. So it was such a different environment. And to go from EDC to still have a small place to do that, it was dope. And I think that's why I still have a lot of love to these people, because prior to you guys knowing them for who they are now, like I met them at like a normal raver like me and you know, and they were just in the scene and they were doing their fan, you know, movements. Yeah. So
I was actually just talking to my little cousins yesterday, because I was like, when are you guys gonna finally go to a rave? Because they like Daft Punk and they like house music and stuff like that. But I've tried to get them to go when I play, and then they never go. But then I was like, when are you guys finally gonna go? He's like, I don't know. It's just like, you know, we get anxiety. And I'm like, no, I get it. So I was telling him, like, you should go to one of these like underground ones where it's like, if it's a lot more chill, it's a lot less like overwhelming. Like, it's not nearly as overwhelming.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone just kind of does their own thing. Like, everyone just leaves you alone.
No, you're 100%
nice,
right.
But, you know, they leave you alone.
Because I had the opportunity and the blessing to play a couple weeks ago, and it was for the Sanctuary venue. If you guys don't know, Tully, he's the one throwing shows there. He owns the spot, and you know, he's been doing cumbia stuff, so he kind of tapped into that market, but now he's tapping into the EDM market as well, country and other places. Mainly he has a venue. You know, you gotta do things. So it was cool though, because kind of going off of what you're saying, like I've been wanting to get my girlfriend's Theo out, you know. And he's been a big raver. It's the reason why she's been actually, you know, into raving since she was a little girl as well. And he listened to like hardstyle stuff, more like stuff in your area actually. Man. But he also grew up listening to like the Mexican kind of like, you know, EDM type of shit, right? So since we were doing Latin house and that type of stuff,
I got some stuff for him.
Oh,
Or for you?
he'll be excited, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be excited. Yeah, you guys need to meet now that I think about it. You guys are hella
I got some like new Latin inspired like hard dance stuff. I'll send you.
hard dance inspired Latin stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if you would have stayed, you would have heard it because I played it at the Los Afters.
I know we need to get into that. Okay, so I was excited because he likes that stuff, and I try to get him out to the other shows, but it's hard because if you're not really into like the EDM stuff like we are, it's hard for you to want to go out. You get anxiety. I do too, even going out to regular stuff. So it's understandable. But this one, they ended up surprising me because they asked him to come, and he came out, and he had a great time, and it wasn't like crazy packed, and I think it was a good time for him to kind of get out there and kind of see our crowds and hopefully make them a little bit more comfortable. So these shows, and I think it kind of goes into something we wanted to talk about, like are some of these shows that are being done, especially in our city, are they beneficial to the community or not, right? Whether it's the Pauly D show, whether it's, Shaq coming to that one new venue that they're doing here or whatnot, right? But I think, for example, for this one, we did like a tribal guaracha. So it was like an EDM with, Hispanic music inspired stuff. And even though he doesn't listen to that type of music, we still were able to cater to some of it. And it allowed him to still kind of get taught something new and actually enjoyed and liked it. And he did. He had a great time. He was honestly in the front recording my whole set the whole time. And thankfully, because of him, I was able to like recollect the second half of my set, because it got really wild that night in a good way. But going along with it, I think that it's dope. It's cool to see new people come out. And if we don't have these new avenues, how are we going to get new people to come in? And if we wanted this to be sustainable and to continue to go on forever, we need to continue to bring new people in. So there is a very important job, I think, on that factor. So as much as I know I like going to festivals and sometimes, having hella people, it is dope to have these, shows where sometimes you do have enough space to dance or get to know somebody or get to know a new genre,
Yeah, the space to dance is important because, a lot of events I don't even want to go to now because they're just oversold. It's not even fun.
No, you're like sardines in there.
Wasteland was like that this year for Insomniac. Yeah. Half of it was inside, half of it was outside, and the inside area was just way too packed.
One bar area.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, one bar and one food area.
I waited 40 minutes for a drink, and then I don't even think I ended up getting food because it took so long.
Dang.
I was like, I'm gonna thug it out. This drink's gonna hit harder now.
The last time I remember being in a set like that was, I think, Nocturnal or Escape, and I think Schoolboy Q was playing because that year they brought like hella artists. Yeah. We went into that one packed room all the way in the back that they used to do. I don't think they do it anymore.
No, they do now. It's the techno room.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that room.
Or no, I'm thinking of For Beyond.
But it's probably the same venue anyways, no?
It was at Nos?
Yeah, it was at Nos.
Yeah, okay then.
Yeah, but...
Kind of by the track?
Yeah, that shit is... One, there's a safety, but also it's so uncomfortable. Like, I do like to dance, as much as all the extracurriculars at a rave are cool, like I go there to dance. It
is crazy to think that you'd want to dance at an electronic dance music event.
You'd be surprised. Cue the Brendan Shaw clip. Yeah. No, but
what are we doing here?
Yeah, but speaking of which, this stuff, because I know we did want to talk about this last time and we didn't get to, but the Pauly D show. So we did have this question before, which is like, is Pauly D or any of those type of artists coming to Fresno a positive or a beneficial thing, or are we cooked? And I had a different take, but I think he had actually a better take, which I do agree with him more now that he said it, and I'll let him take the floor.
I don't even remember the take that I said previously, but I mean.
No, go for it, yeah.
So I think in a way, yeah, it's like a double-edged sword because I do think that it's bringing in maybe some undesirables at times. I'm thinking of all the videos I see in LA, because now it's so popular, it is the mainstream thing to do, to rave. So now you are seeing a lot more fighting and a lot more
oh no,
and club culture kind of leaking into.
So less of our culture, more of just club culture.
Yeah, because people don't know the plur, kind of lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. So then, people don't say excuse me when they go through the crowd. They just kind of shove their way through, or they don't know oh maybe I should they're just not as respectful.
Yeah.
essentially, so I feel like that kind of culture is coming in, but then in another way, eventually it's going to stop being as popular, and then it's still going to grow, and some people are going to stay, and then I think it's just going to it's just kind of going to cement it into like, our mainstream culture, and then that brings more artists here. It's just hard to, it's going to have growing pains, but I think ultimately it is a good thing.
Okay. Yeah, because I know at first I was like, I don't think it's a good thing, but with what you said, and I think you mentioned something else last time too, along the lines of, it gives the mainstream people a place to go to as well.
Oh yeah.
Not that, look, raves and everything is welcome for everybody, but considering that we have had this boom in the last decade or two, bigger than before, and a lot of mainstream and more people in the casuals are coming in, and we have a lack of our plur being implemented, I think it does kind of make us a little bit unsafe in a place where was our safe haven, and as for everybody, if you're in this community, you should already know how this community was built in, and it was a safe space for everybody, So if we don't have people protecting this space, at the very least having regular manners, I can understand just being happy that they're going somewhere else.
But yes, I do remember saying that. And I also think on top of that, I think that's what's also growing the underground scene so much.
Oh, so it's a good thing for that too.
Yeah, because now the underground and like the non like industry promoter or like the non commercial promoters can like have their like successful events, and there's a lot more of like a want for it, because we just want to like rave. We don't want all of this like bottle service, and we don't want to
all the extra charge ups and fees that they put on these tickets now, because they're bringing so and so that costs like 20 fucking K, and then now we have to pay the cost because you guys want to do this lavish, and then we lose the experience, which I believe like for me going into raving, that was also part of why I liked it. It was the experience around it, not just the fucking artist that you're paying to bring.
Exactly. So I think it's gonna just grow the underground more. I mean, we're already seeing it now. There was three undergrounds in one night, or at least two.
Yeah,
it was three warehouse parties. I think one was legit, but two of them were not legit.
Yeah, which which now this brings me to another thing, because I do have some thoughts on this, but I considering we are having more undergrounds and after parties, right? What are your thoughts on people that are doing these shows now, whether they're bringing big people or not, where there's talk in the community of people that are already established calling on the underground ravers? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I'm with you, and I do think it's a good thing, but I also feel like the same people that are kind of carrying it, they're kind of trying to fuck up with the younger guy, which if you think about it, back then they were doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is always I feel like this is just like a never ending cycle. Like, once they become corporate, they're going to try to squash their competition because they want to be the top dog. And then like, if it's stealing kind of their clout, then I think they're going to fight for it.
And I think that's where my perspective came in on not agreeing on why I think it was good. It's because I feel like we continuously put more money in the pockets via these people, bringing these big artists that are going to cost way more money when we know they're probably not valued that much. And then we end up paying the cost. And then they're the same ones closing the door and gatekeeping everybody else trying to get in now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I guess I can't fault them for filling a gap in a market that's there. Like, obviously people wanted that.
I'm not negating that, but I will say, if you're already in and you're already getting your due, like, do you need to shit on everybody else? Like, can you just focus on your own shit? Because I think that's where, to me, it's like, it feels like it's a good thing because we do have all this stuff, but then they're still the ones now making extra money, now being able to dictate more, because money does talk at the end of the day. And then they're able to either, do their bullshit. Like how we say, we have all these new guys now underground, but then motherfuckers are getting called every other fucking day. And I'm pretty sure it's not every other underground show that's fucking trying to do a show too.
I mean, in LA, that's what's happening. All of the underground ones are calling on each other.
And that's a big part of why I was mentioning this as well.
I have heard of some calling on others, if I'm being honest.
And it doesn't just happen in LA, and it doesn't happen here.
No, but I'm saying here in Fresno, I have heard of undergrounds calling on other undergrounds.
Oh, well, see, and then that goes back. See, so
because
it doesn't matter if you're big or small.
No, it's just all ego. And But that's why you just got to support the ones that aren't doing that and the ones that are just throwing shows.
Yeah. So if you're doing that, just know you ain't shit. And people can see through it. Well, and if they don't, they will eventually.
And that's why most of their shows are not successful. And that's why a lot of people don't fuck with them.
Yeah. And even the successful shows too, like some of them start downgrading, and you can very much fucking tell who actually continues to push the envelope or who starts, as they say, calling it in. And kind of going back to like what I was mentioning earlier, like for me, a big part of joining, you know, the industry and the culture is that I love the experience, you know, and the experience isn't just I'm paying hella money to go get fucked up and see a big DJ. No, the experience is I'm going to go meet random people that are going to be on the same vibe. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to feel safe around everybody. No one's going to be on some club bullshit, drunken, fucking trying to fight. Like, it's our one place to go and, you know, spend money, but enjoy ourselves and not feel all the other external factors that we already have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, you know? So I feel like there's a big responsibility for anybody in this scene to continue to cultivate that, you know, and not just take from it and not really give back. Because I think something that's just even getting on the fucking mic at your show and just reminding everybody of Plur is something that should be done more. Because like even when we're talking about new people coming in, how are they going to know what Plur is or what our community is about if also nobody, including the people throwing the event, don't ever promote that shit, but yet they use it as a guise to fucking sell tickets?
Yeah.
You know, fair. That's where to me is like, no, we have a responsibility. And that's why even for me with my art or even what we're building here, it's a big point. And I know I've had conversations with you where it's like, no, the core of it has to be that is like, what value are we adding into people and giving them if we expect anybody to give a fuck about our shit too? Because unfortunately, not everybody's going to have the money or the connections like some of these assholes have to just get a lot faster, you know, and easier ahead. We have to do more work. But the genuinity, when you bring it back to the base level of what we're doing it, I think it helps out because then we don't have to lie to you or try to sell anything else. We're just being honest and telling you exactly what the fuck it is, which is what this scene is about, you know? And I hope that little by little through these conversations and other things that we do with other people, we can kind of start mending these things back in and kind of helping each other remind ourselves and reminding the new people and everybody existing that, yeah, it's all fun and games. We like to go and rave and have our moments, but we also need to remember why we're doing it, you know? And it's for peace, love, unity, and respect. As cheesy and as it might sound, it's the truth, though. I think that it's important to say because not a lot of people are saying it. Everybody wants you to buy their album. Everybody wants you to go to their show, but no one wants to give you a real reason why. Like, why? There's enough people out here doing it, but why should I go to yours as opposed to this other person? And if it's just the money and the flash and the shit, like that's not going to be enough, especially what we're moving into where I feel like a lot of newcomers are learning and growing.
Yeah.
We have a lot of mainstream people, but we have a lot of now deep rooted fans that were fucking kids when I was joining in. Like it's crazy and it's beautiful all in the same time. And it only happens if we continue to cultivate it the way we do by talking and, you know, being about it. Like that's what gets me excited about this, you know?
So speaking of that, did you see that? Cause like, yeah, the new kids are like really getting into it. Northwest, Kanye's daughter,
no way,
put out. So she's been like putting out snippets of like her productions and stuff. And so it was like rap mostly, but like at the end there was a hard style kind of song.
Oh,
which I thought was funny. Like out of everything it could have been, it was like, I mean, it's not really, but like it is.
You got elements in there, you know?
Yeah, like it's got hardstyle kicks and stuff. And like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it's
we'll cut it off on the thing, but yeah, play it so then we can come back and speak on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not copyrighted.
Hey, Joe Budden does this all the time, okay? He just be cutting out and then we come back in. All right, we're back. What y'all think about that song?
It's literally just like a snippet of a drop. But, well, she finds it. Yeah, so there was that. Amanda Bynes, I mean, she's not a kid, but Amanda Bynes just came out with this like an EDM-ish kind of like, wasn't it like Kesha-ish?
Yeah, it was giving Kesha.
Yeah, it was giving Kesha.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I forgot who it was. Someone else told me that their daughter, oh yeah, it was one of my friends on Instagram, was saying that their daughter, because she was responding to my story of about Northwest, and she was like, yeah, my daughter said that she's into jump style. So like, you remember jump style?
Yeah.
Like those old, yeah. She's like, I don't even know where she finds that. And I've seen it like, I've heard about it being on like TikTok or whatever. And then another friend was saying that her daughter is into happy hardcore. And I'm like, what the heck's going on?
That's good. Damn, your stuff is coming around the block.
It's just crazy. Like I've been listening to this since 2010.
You've been waiting for a while for
No,
this
like
to kind of get here.
2012.
What are your plans for well, she gets this. What are your plans for your next tracks and stuff? What are you working on?
I mean, I've just been like doing the hard techno thing. It's been working.
Hey.
But like, okay, so after the last
What's
show,
been working?
so the last show that I did, because I've mainly just been doing hard techno, promoting everything as hard techno, because that's what sells. That's what people are into, you know, techno. But then the Warehouse X show was a hardstyle show. It was a hardstyle headliner. So I just went all in on hardstyle, and that was like the best show I've ever had.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like the crowd reacted really well to it. So I'm not gonna go like full back into hardstyle, but like I think I can definitely mix that in there. I think now it's
where you're finding your story.
And I think now more than ever, it's like accepted, and I can play it, and people like don't like stare at me. So that's nice. I mean, they smile when they stare instead of like
what's this?
It's like bong bong bong, but they're into it now.
Oh, that's awesome. Which now I'm not allowed to go out if I'm gonna go see one of your shows unless I actually sleep in at home and then leave my house like at 2 a.m, especially if you play late, because I did not make it.
I usually don't play that. I mean, I can't say usually because it's been happening more recently, but like it's usually not that late. The Warehouse X shows aren't that late.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not lying. It might be a bit much for you.
That's what I'm saying. I just need a nap and then I'll wake up at 2 a.m.
No. Just the music.
Oh.
Like they don't ease you into it.
It's just straight.
Like the person that started.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question because this is actually something I'm excited to ask you.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? You know, because from the outside, I feel like I get it. But even for like my type of genres that I like I can't have that same shit playing. Like you have to find like a story. You have to find other things to play in between to kind of keep you. Or are you on the side, like if you were to throw your own show, are you on the side of like, fuck it, run the whole fucking thing heavy?
Well, it wouldn't be heavy. Yeah, like there's a story. But I mean, it would be the same thing with like house. Like you can probably tell me how you would do this hour would be this set of house or style of house.
Okay, so you
style house, and then you go to this house, like, but it's all house, and 80% of people might not even know the difference.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking, because as you're telling me about this one, I'm like, okay, so would you do shows differently then? Because that to me sounds like, damn, why are they doing that? Why don't they put more work on curating the right hard style throughout the night? So that way someone like me can go in there and you're not telling me something like that. It's more like, no, you're going to like it. Because I feel like that's the only issue these shows have.
But that's just because I don't mind it because I love hardstyle. The people there going for a hardstyle event don't mind it.
But that's how I feel sometimes going to some house shit where it's like, or even like
Air was rough for me.
Yeah, just like any type of like just specific genre, right? It's like if you're playing like G House the whole fucking night, I'm not gonna have fun.
Yeah.
I like G House as my shit, but it's like I need the changes in between too.
Who's your favorite?
You know?
Who's your favorite artist of G House?
Who's my favorite artist of G House? No one's really made G House like that in a while. But I will have to say the last person that I did enjoy his stuff was probably Bijou.
Okay, so if Bijou is headlining and he was like, I'm curating this lineup of my favorite G House artists.
Yeah.
Would that not be a good night?
100%. But then it goes back to the thing we're talking about. How would you curate it, right? Like, would you curate it like them? Because the way they're curating it, it seems to me like they're not doing what you were going to do.
But I think that would be dependent on the artist. If it's the artist doing it, then I think they should curate it how they want it for the night.
That's why I asked you, because I feel like me and you are in the same plane of like, we'd curate it where it's like, no, we know different types of hard styles. We would know how to create a beautiful storyline, as opposed to the people, they just probably want it. And it's fine too, because some people just want the, you know, energy the whole time. Yeah. But that wouldn't be my type of artistry either, because I feel like it's so much better to give a story.
For me,
subjective.
I think for me, I would have like techno, peak time techno for like the first set, and then maybe some hard groove.
Okay. Let's unravel that. What's that?
I'm thinking like the Will Sparks.
That's, and what do you call it? Peak
they call it like peak time
techno.
Yeah, like the festival kind of techno.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I think Amelia Lynn's might.
I'm asking you because I genuinely don't know, and I know
don't-
they probably don't know, and I've been wanting to learn this shit for a minute.
I know. I'm not total, and techno people are very annoying. So
Music snobs are annoying. That's why I hate talking genre shit, because everybody's like, man, this is not. Well, you don't make that. Fuck you.
yeah,
Shut
so
up.
that's why I'm like, I'm not entirely sure, but it's more of like, like the more mainstream, like festival peak time of the night techno.
Hence peak time.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I would say like you would start with that because it's only going to get harder from there.
Okay.
And then hard groove maybe after that. I guess it would depend on the headliner, but.
And then what's hard groove? I'm gonna go through these just because I want to learn, and I've been asking this in general.
For me, hard groove sounds like what hard techno should have been.
Okay.
It's just like think of techno.
Less high sounds, more dark sounds type stuff.
Yeah, like hypnotic, kind of like groovy, that kind of techno.
Okay. No melodic, just groove.
I mean, there could be some melodic, but
Little
mainly
motives and shit.
mainly little like sounds,
Motifs.
stuff. Yeah, that kind, and then like the bass lines like moving and stuff like.
Okay, I think I like more of that stuff.
And now crank it up to like 145.
Okay, and then what's up there?
Like 145 BPM, and then just a little heavier kick maybe, and then it just stays. But it's just
still stays type of style, just a little faster.
It's just very repetitive, hypnotic techno track, but it's at 145 BPM.
Okay.
And then
I was about to say there was one more that you mentioned.
And then after that would probably just start going into like hard techno from there.
Finish off the night. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of there's like hard techno, and then there's like industrial.
See, because I'll go into shows, right?
But I think
like,
the first hour or two should be a little easing you into it.
Yeah,
as people are walking in.
Because see, that's what I'm like kind of talking about. And thank you for explaining that, because now I can explain my question a little bit better. You go to places, whether it's house or other stuff, and like, let's say peak time for that genre. They're playing peak time the whole time. That's what I mean, where it's like, bro, I can't do that. Even for house. Because it's like, if you're paying the peak shit 24 fucking... Since you got there, it's like, I feel like you burn and you drain out the crowd.
I agree. The only time I agree that I think it should be different is when it is a specific one-off events every once in a while. Like,
yeah, I agree with you.
Like a Lost Lands.
Yeah.
You're not going to play Rhythm on main stage at 1 p.m. Why not?
Although I will say the great DJs, they sprinkle it in.
Yes, for sure.
You know, that it's not a whole fucking the whole time. And I think that's why for me, I get so excited when like people do it right and like put the time in, because you can tell when they curate a show to where they just fucking throw everybody on the lineup. And it's like how we've experienced before, where it's like, why the fuck is Vega playing at fucking 9 o'clock? And then you have a fucking melodic house guy at fucking 11 p.m. Like,
yeah,
you might as well just take everybody, go fucking lullabies and take them to bed, you know? Like, and that's where I feel like a lot of people miss the mark, because like, are you guys throwing shows just to throw them, or are you guys actually doing the shows because you guys are actually thinking about what you guys are doing and what you guys are selling?
Yeah, because I do remember I had opened a set that everyone else after me was playing like house and techno, but I opened, like doors open, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm trying to decide like what I should play or whatever, like, you know, I don't want to go too hard.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we booked you for you, like play what you're gonna play, which I respect, but I'm also like,
you know, it's not right.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not how a night should go. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, at the last like half I did play my kind of stuff, but at least for doors open,
you got to sneak in a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, I am gonna play my music, but
no, but even then, like, I feel like it also does a disservice to you, because it puts you in a shit spot where then everybody, like people that are new, they go in, and I've seen it a lot. You go in then and they're like, who is this guy? Like, they suck. And it's like, no, they don't fucking suck. They just put them on a fucking 9 o'clock spot, and you're not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, you fuck them up, and now the person thinks that they suck when in reality that they don't, you know? So I feel like that's where,
thankfully,
like,
it was mainly my friends and like people that bought. I had to sell tickets for that one,
hallelujah.
so it was mainly the people that bought tickets.
Oh man.
I mean, no, it was a decent size. They said like it was a decent size, because they were like, wow, we've never seen this many people at this time. So I was like, cool. Like, it went fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just weird, like playing hard techno at 9 p.m. and then the people after me, I was like, hey, what are you playing at? And they're like 140, and I was like, all right, let me go down 50 BPM.
Like,
it mixed fine. Like I specifically had a song that would like put me back down to that tempo, so I can mix it in for them.
yeah.
So it worked out. It was like some Hardwell, but
Nah, I'm telling you, man. The more people get more educated, hopefully the better these shows get.
Yeah.
Because I feel like just in general, people are gonna start to demand what they deserve. You know?
Did you find it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ready?
All right, here it is.
North.
Take this out, you. We're gonna collab.
That's silly. Dirty. Oh, it's not bad.
I mean, it's not a key, but you know, I don't think it was a noise.
Does it sound off key?
No, the kick. When it kicks.
Oh. You're like, yeah, that just sounds. Yeah.
Dude, what if Kanye starts taking our style?
So yeah.
I mean, that boy's been on the Elements for a while.
He was on the Daft Punk train early. Not that early, but
And she's 12 years old. So I don't know. I feel like that's pretty good.
He was a genius in music. I wouldn't doubt she's far off. And she has all the resources, so,
yeah.
you know. I would put my money on her being good in music. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, she's the next like
Big
big girl.
thing. I wouldn't
So
doubt
do you
it.
think like people like that, or like Rebecca Black doing her DJ set, or Tanashi, or she did one, I think. Who
Are we
else
talking about the
is
same person? Tanashi?
that? Yeah, the rapper.
Oh,
Tanashi.
no.
Or not the rapper.
No.
I've been in a stupid.
Oh, my bad. I was thinking about Tisha.
Oh,
I love Tisha. Sorry.
but yeah, there's so like a lot of celebrity DJs now. Nigel Houston.
Idris Elba?
Yeah, he's been though,
That's true.
and I
He's
think he
been-
produces. So if you produce, I don't care what you do.
Oh, that guy Nick from Love Island?
Yeah,
No?
I think
I'm the only
celebrity.
one?
No, I know who you're talking about. He's doing dubstep.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, see,
Subtronics puts him up a lot.
if you are a celebrity producer, I don't care. I feel like, but if you're a celebrity DJ, I can't. But then I can't. I guess I can't hate. I'm like that's not the. I mean, you're allowed to have a hobby.
Yeah, it's hard to hate on something like that because if you actually do it and you love it, like, I'm not going to hold you to it.
Like, what am I? Oh, because you're famous, you can't do it. Like, yeah, obviously they're gonna get way more like attention from it.
It's
But
just cheat code because they already have a lot of eyes on them, you know? So it's a little unfair. So I think people like our level, if they're hateful, they're just fucking shitting on it. But I agree with you. I feel like it's actually, it's whatever's, you know?
Do
I
you
mean,
think-
Paris Hilton was the first one that I remember when we first started raving, where she was the first celebrity that I remember was like DJing and shit.
Black China played in Afters, and she played Lick and Dip. She did like a hard techno set.
Look, if you're playing the bangers, like, you're doing it for the community. I mean, rich people need fucking good music too, and there's rich people that are good people too, not just fucking shitty billionaires and stuff. So, you know, haven't met a lot of them, but
I mean,
I'd like to believe.
I mean, yeah.
Rebecca Black had a good set too. Her boiler room set.
Honestly,
was good.
Yeah.
It had some bangers in there.
Damn. Fucking Rebecca Black.
So do you guys want to hear Amanda Vines now?
Yes.
Okay.
I love everything you do.
This was in like 2008. This 2007 MySpace.
For real.
Ooh, kick's coming in exactly how I like it. Okay, Amanda. I will always be an Amanda Bynes fan, man. Can't believe that happened to her. Better vocals, but yeah.
This sounds like
This reminds me of back in the day.
this is like Skrillex when he was remixed to Lady Gaga. That era.
It's very 2008.
Did someone say Kesha? I'm surprised she didn't become something big with EDM.
I know.
She was so close. Like,
Yeah. So
that's a good song. Better vocals, but I like that song. Who's on the vocals?
I think her.
Oh, I'll take it back. Amanda Bynes can do no wrong. Oh man, because she's the one who with the whole Nickelodeon thing stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like she kind of she went off the deep end, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God bless her. I hope she has healed from her trauma because I can't imagine what you went through. And she was like one of the biggest stars, I think, for me growing up. Like, you know, she wasn't like a celebrity crush, but she was one of those like artists that was on TV that you see all the time that always made you laugh, always good vibes, you know, like with your siblings or cousins you could watch. And like to know that somebody like that, you know, didn't have it good, it's boo-boo. So it's nice to see her making music because shit, music will save you.
Dude, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if she started popping up on lineups, and like that's how she like gets out of her funk.
I hope so. I hope
But
so.
I don't know if the rave scene is the best scene to get into when you have a drug addiction.
Yeah, probably not. But there are a lot of people who can help with recovery. Like, there's a lot of sober ravers
She
too.
could just hang out. She could just tour with Hades. Do you know Hades? She's a dubstep DJ. She's like a goth scene chick.
No.
Oh, but yeah, she like was like a drug addict, she says. And then she's like sober now. And so she'll like post about her sobriety. It's pretty cool.
Might have been the girl that I watched talking about her septum nose thing problem.
Maybe. And then she's always promoting the Narcan stuff at the festivals.
Probably,
at
yeah.
End overdose. Yeah.
Okay.
She'll always do like meetups and stuff. It's cool.
You know, you just mentioned something actually that I do want to talk about too. Because we're coming in at what, like 45 minutes, so we're getting pretty close here.
Yeah.
But I did want to ask, you mentioned sober raving, and I think that is something important to light up. I don't work with them or anything, but is it called Grand Rising?
Oh yeah.
The
Grand
people that
Rising.
are doing the sober shows. So if you guys are into EDM and you guys are worried about extracurricular activities, there is a Grand Rising event that does happen now. Maybe we'll put it in somewhere when we edit this, but yeah, I did see that, and I think that's something we should push up because it's important for people to have a place to go sober and to enjoy themselves and to have the same experiences that we do have when we are at events. Because as someone who, yeah, I've enjoyed my extracurricular activities, I am mostly sober when I go raves. I don't think, maybe I drink and get a little bit, you know, on some 420, but other than that, like, I think it is important to have a sober place because I don't think a lot of people know that there are sober spots to go to. So Grand Rising, hit them up. I don't know if you know them or are connected to them, but I think they're doing something great for the community.
Yeah, I mean, even that Techno Matcha one I did back in.
Oh, really?
Was it November, December? It like they sold. It was also mimosas, so I mean, I guess it wasn't technically all sober, but I mean, yeah, they're selling matcha. People were just,
yeah,
you know, I don't think everyone.
I like matcha, so
yeah, it was pretty cool, and it was like it was 10 to 4 p.m.
10 in the morning to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna have something coming up here too. I have a show coming up. I can't tell you guys on camera yet, but it is coming somewhere close to these types of vibes. But speaking of which, you just had a couple of shows recently too, right? Because I know I missed the one that I went to go see you at the warehouse. But what was the show before then? Because I know we recorded a pod, we didn't even get to talk about it because technical difficulties.
So I played the Warehouse X show, and then the next day I did the Energize Afters.
Yes, the Warehouse X. Who are these guys? What are they doing, and how long have they been doing it for? From what you know of, I've just been seeing them online and stuff. I'm sure everybody else has the same questions.
Yeah, so they were.
How'd you meet them?
They're from here. At least I know a couple of them are from here.
Okay.
I met two of them at Night Fade, and I remember because
Our age or younger or older?
They're younger than us.
Younger than us?
Yeah, and
nice.
I believe they're from Madera.
Okay.
Yeah, so it sucks because every time I hang out with them, it's at the shows, and they are the most loud shows I've been to.
It goes back to why we're building this AuraPharm.
Yeah. So from what I know, I think they live in like Madera, and they started doing shows in LA. From there, after they took off, then they came here. I hit them up when they announced like their Fresno chapter, and I was like, bro, please let me like get involved somehow. Because it was all hard techno, hard style and stuff in LA. So I'm like,
you're like, I need somebody in my lane
like,
for
please,
once.
like you're coming to Fresno, please, finally. So yeah, they booked me for, I think it was the second show, or maybe it was the first one, but either way. So I've been working with them. They're like some of the chillest guys I've worked with. They're all super
That's awesome.
fun.
What are the names?
Daniel, Matt, and I want to say it's Kato or
Daniel, Matt, Kato.
Yeah.
We'll get the names for you guys next time.
Well, that's on their Instagram, but I'm like, I don't know if Kato's his actual name. But yeah, so those are the 3 guys I know, and then there's some other ones involved, but I don't know if they're like
the main squad and everything.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, so they're super chill guys, but their production's insane. The sound is, like I said, the loudest.
Yeah, they've been hustling because I think I seen Jolie was the first person I think I saw him, and then I saw you.
Yeah.
Is it Jolie?
Joel. Yeah.
Joel. Sorry for saying that wrong. This is the Mexican side of me.
Yeah, and then actually he's on the team too.
That's what I figured because I see him all the time promoting and stuff. So, but that's dope, man. It's good to know because see, like I just see things online as per everybody else does too, and you don't really know who they are, and they're newcomers as well. So it's always nice to know. Maybe we could have them on here, and get to know them a little bit more too. Whenever,
Yeah,
I get to meet them and stuff.
Yeah, they're super fun. And then I was gonna mention because you were talking about sobriety and stuff. So we did Dry January. That was my first show in a long time, honestly, that I hadn't drank.
At a show.
So I was kind of nervous, but it went great.
Yeah, my last show, I needed to tone it down a little bit. It was great too, but it's just like I hate that feeling of like I'm a little bit more fucked up that I want to be, and I want to retain all of this information. Sometimes I feel like I sometimes forget some little fragments here of important things, and I'm like, damn, I don't even remember her name. I don't remember his name. Fuck.
I felt that a little bit after we played New Year's.
Yeah.
It was so I wouldn't take it back. I had so much fun, but I remember when we took our last shot and I didn't use a chaser and I was fine. I was like, it's bad.
Yeah, when you gave
and
me
I started a whole set.
Look, by the time I got to the venue where you guys were playing, I was already feeling really, really good. And then I got that beer that you gave me. Halfway through it, that's when it started hitting me, and I'm like, oh, if I finish this, it's gonna be game over.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was that carbonation hitting you.
Yeah, and I was like, I was feeling way too good. I think I had a little bit of soju before I left the house to pregame just to get the jitters out.
Oh, so you're mixing too.
And then then I went in there. Then they were giving me Jameson and stuff, and then I drank that beer. But yeah, I think I just didn't eat a lot that day, so it kind of it was a bad combo.
Yeah.
But I'm like, after that I was like, I need to watch my fucking habits again. So and maybe this is a great thing to talk about too, like for all the new artists, and even if you're not new, like please make sure to eat, hydrate, take care of your body, especially before show days, especially before important things, man. It's the best thing that I can give you. Okay? Take care of your health. Because we can have long hours. We're up all day doing shit. Then we're up all night doing shit. Then we still got to be up the next morning to do more stuff. You can go a long time without eating or drinking fluids correctly. And this is how we had a situation like Avicii, which is one of our, most beloved artists in our lifetime. And it's because of shit like that. You work hard. You're doing your due diligence, and then you don't take care of yourself. I have that problem. I don't know if you do, but especially before show days, and I'm usually good at it. This time I was not, and I felt it right away. As soon as I started drinking my second drink, I was like, damn.
I try to, but I usually have anxiety, so then
That's my issue too, and that's the other thing is that we crutch on it for that, and I can't crutch on weed because weed actually gives me the opposite, because then I start getting more in my head, and then I don't even dance. I feel like I get more like robotic. So alcohol helps me too for that, but it's like I'm trying to get better at not having that as such a crutch, because it's not good to have crutches anyways like that. It's good to have fun, and I let myself have fun. I don't go out to drink that much, but
I do smoke before every set.
Hey, more power to you. If you can, bro, I wish I could. I really wish I could. It's one of the things that I suck at. I just can't. I can't do it when I'm going out to talk to people. Like, I just feel like I'm so delayed in conversations that people think I don't need to have those conversations. Robin?
You gotta censor that.
Damn, can't even say the R word anymore.
You can't say. You gotta say redacted.
We're gonna bleep that out.
Don't be a redact.
Well, guys, thank you guys so much for coming. I think we took enough of your time today. We've been trying to get a lot of these in, so I'm just super glad that I think we finally got our first pod in, our official one. We will have shows coming up. Like I said, I have a show coming up here pretty soon. Hopefully I can drop another episode with the team here before that. Do you have any shows you might as well plug in right now and let everybody know?
I mean, I'm playing in San Bernardino, but I don't think this will be out by the 7th. So,
but yeah, if this worked out perfect, I'm gonna try to get this out as fast as I can because it's just giving me anxiety. I need to get this out so that we're on a move.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the 7th in San Bernardino.
There you go.
Follow me on Instagram.
What show? What time?
It is called Ace of Love, and I'm on at 1 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay. 1
At
a.m. to 2
At
a.m.
Madhouse. I don't know where that's at, but it's called Madhouse.
And we'll edit and we'll put the flyer somewhere right here for you guys on the screen. But other than that, is there anything else you would like to put in as well? No?
No, I think that's it.
Hey. But okay, guys. Well, this has been an episode of AuraPharm. We're super excited to have you guys on here. For all you artists and everybody else that are creatives out here, make sure to hit us up. Make sure to give us a like, a share, and a follow wherever we're at in your socials. We will be having more of these. Eventually, we will have guests. But most importantly, take care of each other. Keep Plur alive. And we'll see you soon. Alrighty?
Stay sexy.
Gee.